Hey, I want to get on with a little bit with this New World Order conspiracy theory. Actually, I don't think it's a theory, but there are a lot of theories out there, and there are many that are completely exaggerated. This is straight off of Wikipedia, and a lot of things in this actually pretty much goes through every conspiracy theory there is out there in the world. Now, I'm not knocking conspiracy theory in a lot of ways because I don't think it is a theory, but what I'm knocking is the over-emotional, dramatized, garbage that's out there that a lot of people are overly into. And actually the solution is actually a lot simpler than people think. Just going to read this definition real quick. The common theme in conspiracy theories about a new world order is that a secretive power elite with a globalist agenda is conspiring to eventually rule the world through an authoritarian world government which replaces the sovereign nation states in an all-encompassing propaganda that ideologizes its establishment as the culmination of history's progress. Well, that's about right. I think there's truth actually to the theory that there isn't a plan out there to push a new world order, but I think the answer to that is actually a lot simpler. And one of the ideas I think I started pushing actually is industrial hemp. I think industrial hemp actually would fit into the New World Order's plan if the New World Order is to be something good versus something bad, because it brings about independence to various peoples, and it's works very well with the sustainability and the green earth and all this type of stuff, and working in harmony with the earth. But that is more like something along the lines of what the American Indians actually used to do, right? Now, I know if you look into a lot of documents that are in like the United Nations and stuff, there seems to be a serious depopulation plan. Yeah, so I think there's a lot of truth to this New World Order evil garbage going on. But there are a hell of a lot of wacko theories out there, and I disagree with them. And a lot of times people look at something and go, oh, the Masons did this, oh, the Masons did that and stuff. And here's another one about end times. This, to me, is one of the most self-defeating type of things going, because you'll see this a lot in religion. The end times is coming up. We should just have faith and Jesus will take care of it. Jesus is not going to take care of it. You're going to have to take care of it. I'm going to say that right out now. You know what? Yeah, if he comes down here, he takes care of it, fine. But you know what? If he came down here, you know what I would think that would be? I would think it would be one of those high-tech scammers showing you a picture, showing a Jesus, and playing a game with the religious people. Because you know what I see? I see that religion is actually a way to control the masses. That's how I see it. And, if you go back a lot of thousands of years before Jesus was born, and you say to yourself, well, look at all these structures out here from archaeological evidence from like Stonehenge, the pyramids in Mexico, the Pyramid of the Sun, the Pyramid of the Moon, various structures that existed in South America, various structures that existed in China. Actually, well before, what they say, the age of civilization came about, some of the things seem to go back a hell of a lot longer than, well, that gets into controversy, because there's people out there that tested things that seem to go back a hell of a lot further in history than they should, according to the official history. But like my point is that none of these Christian religions were around at that time, and if you take any religion, whether it's Islam, Judaism, Christianity, or whatever existed during the Seleucid Empire many thousands of years ago, that was the only religion, and you had to believe in that. And there's always people that are very, very rigidly thinking, and they will force this on everybody. So a lot of times I see this as just a method of control, and actually the New World Order is behind a hell of a lot of religion. So, in effect, a lot of religious people are actually on the side of New World Order, although they say they're against it. Now, since the 19th century, many apocalyptic millennia Christians, starting with the John Nelson Darby, have feared a globalist conspiracy to compose a tyrannical New World Order as fulfillment of prophecies about the end time of the Bible, specifically in the book of of Daniel, the book of, I can't even say these words because I don't read this stuff. I used to read it, and you know what? I read a number of things years ago about various forms of the Bible, various ways the Bible can be changed. And yes, I would think if you're into the Bible, probably stick with the King James Version. Simple. You don't need a rocket scientist to figure it out for you. And actually, any of Jesus' words make a lot of sense. Okay? Whether you want to believe in them or not. I'll put that out there. I'll put that out there. But I realize that a lot of times the people that are getting way into religion, they're the worst ones in the world. And a lot of times they are the most rigid thinking, and they are the ones that are actually helping the New World Order. You know, I also want to point out some things about this fear-mongering too. You can dig out every kind of fact you can and twist it. Depends on how much you want to follow down that rabbit hole, and you can make a whole story about anything. You know what I'm saying? Like you could say, you know, like the Freemasons, for instance, you know, or this, you know, about the seal, like on the back of our dollar, you know, for instance, Novus Ordo Secularum, appearing on the reverse side of the Great Seal since 1782 and on the back of the $1 since 1935, means New Order of the Ages. It only alludes to the beginning of an era when the United States is an independent nation state. And, you know, everybody says that's into conspiracy theory. This proves it. Look at the back of the dollar. New World Order. It says it right there. Well, let me put it this way. If I was the guys, or one of the guys that was planning in this New World Order, I wouldn't be so stupid to put it out there like that. And, you know, number two, if I was an elitist that was ready to screw over the middle class, I wouldn't be telling Lindsey Williams to tell the world either. So, you know, I'm getting tired of all this snake oil. I just want to comment some more on his junk. And I just do want to say that, you know, people like to do prayers, and actually can sometimes help with healing. And it can also help with anxiety, depression, and all these different things like that, right? Now, I also want to point out, if you're going to strictly rely on prayers in God and have faith, you're probably not going to make it. And, you know, actually 90% of the people that do the prayers don't actually do that, but some people will tell you that's the only way to go. I'm going to say this, you know, if I say I had an infected cut on my hand and I tried to pray it away, I don't think it would work. Now, if I took some coconut oil and I put it on that infected cut, I think it would work. It would actually destroy the infection. So I think a lot of things needs to get down to practical steps. And I keep hearing this stuff about have faith, have faith. Well, you know what? That's nice. I have faith in having practical steps. And I want to start pushing out some more practical things. And I'm going to tell you, I don't really trust a lot of these alternative people out there, and besides the major media. And in the future, I'm going to keep pushing out not just about markets, but also about the healing, and also more angles on this industrial hemp. Because I do find if there is a conspiracy out there to push a product to the side, industrial hemp is a product that could actually save the United States, save the planet, save everybody, and would work well within the new you know, ways that they're talking about of sustainability, green earth, no pollution, and all this type of stuff. But I suspect, you know, the New World Order has an evil element to it. So, I mean, that kind of gets into religion again, evil and good, right? But anyway, I want to get down to more practical steps. None of this BS talk bullshit. And so I'm going to put out some more practical things about it. But I would urge people to avoid a lot of these wacky rumors and stuff like that. You know, I read this Protocols of Elders of Zion. I don't know, it might be legit, but doesn't mean a guy freaking... It might be one guy wrote this damn thing, you know what I mean? Or a couple people, right? Don't look into every damn thing there is and think it's 100% true and they're all after us, because then you get a bunch of... Then you're all like freaking out about everything, and you're not taking concrete steps to remedy the situation. You know? And then you got all alternative snake oil people selling you a bunch of crap. And one of them, maybe I'll mention here at the end. One of them I don't like is, going 100% into one single investment. I think that's a bad idea too. So, watch all of this garbage. So, get right down to the nuts and bolts, and the hell with all the little bullshit theories. I noticed the New World Order thing is not exactly a theory, but there is a lot of garbage out there. No doubt. No doubt. And they're playing your fears. So